uncle was right. The creatures stay on the ground during the day.
But your uncle was wrong about their size, Roxton. The beasts are huge.
Maybe so, but his latest idea of how to get off the plateau is actually quite brilliant.
Brilliant? Flying off on those beasts is your notion of a good idea. You're crazy, mate.
You may be right. We'll find out soon enough.
Blast!
They will fly during the day if spooked. And now that I see them up close, I'm sure the beasts are strong enough to carry people.
And probably snack on them, too.
That I'd rather not find out.
So much for the Professor's brilliant plan.
I wouldn't say that, yet. We'll only know for sure after we capture the ones we need. And we can't do that until we get back to base camp and plan a real expedition.
Look! Quachi! They fly!
Look, Father. Why do they fly? It's not their hour.
The Quachi are upset. Something is wrong. We must go.
It's been 2 days since Roxton and Challenger returned from the mountains. And the Professor is sure he's found a way to catch the pteranodons.
Huh? Bloody heck!
A perfect shot, nephew.
Don't look so chuffed, you dodgy old geezer.
Well, polite as always, I see, my good Challenger.
I'll show you polite once I'm out of this bloomin' net. When I get out, if I get out, get me out!
We'll be heading to the mountains tomorrow to see if we can catch and harness the pteranodons. If we do, we'll soon be saying goodbye to the Lost World. And Mina. Roxton said we would only tell the Ayara about our plan if our test flights work. So I've had to keep all of this a secret from Mina. And that goes for you too, Giggles, if you see her. You're gonna have to stay here, boy.
Okay, you two. You've had your fun.
Once the large nets are completed, we'll be off to the mountains.
Well, imagine, nephew, soon we'll be presenting our discovery of the Lost World to the Royal Geographical Society in London, huh?
With live species to prove our finding.
Yes, we're sure going to cause quite a stir, say what?
Those beasts have 6-foot heads and 23-foot wingspans. They're gonna bite our heads off when we try to free them from your blasted nets.
Well, that's quite impossible, my good men. For you see, they haven't any teeth.
But they might have claws.
Guess we'll find out soon enough.
If the pteranodons keep to this isolated location, there has to be a reason.
Well, my dear, they're merely creatures of habit.
None of the other dinosaurs we've observed are up here.
If there are no predators, then why go anywhere else?
It's animal nature to multiply and expand. It just doesn't fit the pattern for them to stay rooted up here. There must be a reason.
Scientists. Shh! Can't you ever be quiet?
Well, this is most pleasurable, Challenger.
Watch it, Governor. I've been known to be a bit of a butterfingers at times.
Yes, not surprising.
crazy, geezer? This isn't a carnival ride.
We've got to bring him up, and fast! What I wouldn't give for my Winchester now.
Got a Winchester of my own.
All right. Keep watch in case another creature shows up.
My dad showed me how to use it.
I'm certain I'll like your father. Our Moya! We must follow to see what they want with this place.
Billy, what are you doing?
Hold on, Uncle!
In my arm.
Let me take a look.
There they are.
They're magnificent.
Everyone knows what to do. Let's get busy and make some new friends.
Worked like a charm, Professor.
Was there ever any doubt, my dear boy?
We're one step closer to getting off.
Maybe not.
Amazing! They're not at all like pterodactylius who attack at random. These appear to be quite organized.
The fact they haven't any teeth is small consolation at the present moment.
Too bad they don't, because I'd knock them loose.
No, don't! You might hurt yourself. You'll see. It won't be so bad. You might even get to like us.
I don't think there's any chance of that. Get down!
Not a very effective lot.
Are you crazy? Get down!
Hope you know what you're doing.
Well, I was right. No danger at all. The perfect choice.
The old coot was right.
This has proved easier than catching wild tigers. And if this one can be trained... Mina, what do you think Billy and his people are doing?
I don't know, Father. Billy didn't tell me their plans, but I'm sure if they knew the story of the Kwachi, they would never allow harm to come to them.
We must show your friend the way of the Kwachi.
If they don't stop soon, they'll start dropping from exhaustion.
This at least proves the animals have great stamina. They might do more than simply get us off the plateau. They might fly us for miles on our return to civilization.
I keep wondering why the flying creatures haven't spread into the Amazon jungle below. I mean, what's stopping them from flapping away on their own?
Well, it's like I've already stated, my dear. There are no predators.
Until we came. No, there's something we're missing.
Come on, you've got to eat something. Look!
Well, now we shall see what they do each sunrise when they take to the sky.
If we aren't around to scare them, you mean.
Professor!
Oh, my! Hang on! It's the fish. That's why the creatures take flight. They eat the fish who feed on the insects, lured by the warm sunlight.
This is what we need to feed the one we captured.
It's not the lack of predators that keeps them here. It's the food.
Then we'll take as much fish as we can pack when we attempt our descent. This really is the perfect species to take back to London. Instead of having to carry it will carry us.
But when we run out of fish, they'll die.
We'll keep them alive as long as we can, Billy. But dead or alive, these creatures will be all the proof we need to show the lost world does exist.
I see. This is quite an unusual fish. I've never seen anything like it. I do believe this is an entirely new species.
All we've found on this bloomin' plateau are new species.
Yes, but we had some knowledge of their basic physiology. But this is most intriguing.
Don't worry, there's plenty.
Your son has a way with animals.
So did his father. He takes after him in a lot of ways, like doing risky things. Billy! Billy, be careful.
It likes me. Trust me, Mom. It's okay.
Billy's going to play an important role in training the beasts. They're coming back. They must know we aren't a threat now that we've released their friend.
Yeah, just so long as those bloody pigeons don't roost in my tent.
They really took a shine to me once I figured out what to feed them. I'm the only one so far who can touch them. So that means I have to go with Roxton on our test flight. If Mom lets me.
I know it's dangerous, but so is every additional day we stay on this plateau.
I can't risk having anything happen to him. Billy? Okay, he does have a connection with them, but please be careful and don't go too high.
They will ride the Kwachi. We must stop them. Kala!
What's gotten into them?
They sense something in the jungle.
Hey, Mina! Ah! No!
Hang on, Billy! Ooh!
Mina!
Tachu Kwachi!
Yeah! Maybe we'll see some sign of my dad from up here.
You think of your father often, don't you, Billy?
Yeah, so does my mom.
I think of my parents, too. They died of tuberculosis when I was very little.
Oh,
I don't mean your father is dead. He's missing. I just think it must be hard. Probably harder for you not knowing. At least I know what happened to my parents. I think both you and your mother are very brave.
thanks. But you have to be brave in the Lost World. Mina! Glad you could make it!
Billy! It's forbidden to capture the Kwachi!
So that's what they're called.
They're untouchable! To be left alone!
Why? It's just like riding the dinosaurs we usually do.
You don't understand!
Mom!
Remind me to be a little more specific next time I tell you not to go too high, Roxton.
doing?
Don't be afraid. They'll show you.
What's that?
This was made by the Kwachi.
They built structures?
The Kwachi are not like any other creatures on the plateau.
But if they really did build that, then they have the precision of the architects of the Egyptian pyramids, or even the Forbidden City of the ancients.
Impossible. They're animals. Just animals.
Wow!
My people don't come here. We don't bother the Kwachi anymore.
What do you mean, Princess?
Long before Inti commanded Wauka to destroy the ancients with the fire of his volcano, this was the home of the Kwachi.
Dinosaurs don't have homes, and they're not that smart not to build this.
The Kwachi of old and these are no longer the same. When the ancients arrived, it was the Kwachi who ruled the plateau. As they had for countless ages over time, living in harmony with the animals and spirits. At first there was peace. The ancients treated the Kwachi like gods. And in return, the Kwachi gave the ancients knowledge. The ancients proved to be great learners. Too great, creatures of the plateau were enslaved to build the Forbidden City. They no longer lived in harmony with nature. The Kwachi and the ancients grew apart. But the ancients wanted more of the Kwachi knowledge. They captured the Kwachi and forced them to reveal their power. The fate of the ancients was sealed. The ones you have captured are descendants of the Kwachi who survived. Just as we, the Ayara, are descendants of the ancients who survived. When the Ayara began to grow, we remembered the past and vowed to let the Kwachi live in peace. We must live in harmony. Inti will once again be angered.
This is the source of the Kwachi's food supply. Just as we breed plants to harvest, the Kwachi must have bred this species of fish to suit its needs. It's why the Kwachi are only located in this area and why they haven't flown off the plateau. They'd die of starvation if they did, and they know it.
But what about the other flying creatures on the plateau? What's stopping them from flying away?
I bet their food supply is equally unique because it's from a few million years ago.
Then I guess we'll only use the animals to get us down off the plateau. Then we'll release them.
No! Have you not been listening? The Kwachi must be left in peace. It is said that never again shall the Kwachi endure being enslaved. They would sooner die.
I'm sorry, Princess, but I'm not going to pass up our best chance yet of getting off the plateau because of some old myth. We'll leave them alone after we get off.
They understand. If you will not listen, then the Kwachi will be destroyed. And us with them.
Oh! It sounds like those bugs we saw at the lake.
But there isn't any sun here. The bugs were attracted to the sun.
It's happening. The legend is coming true.
don't pretend to understand what's happened here, but I think it was some kind of test, which we seem to have passed.
Uncle Chaka!
Minna, Takano! Princess.
We followed the river and made it back to the lake. And just in time, too. Ramnak and his warriors were starting to believe we'd never return.
We're sorry.
Because they were isolated on the plateau, the Kwachi evolved into a great race over millions of years. Makes me wonder what would have happened to the Earth if the dinosaurs had survived everywhere, and not just in the Lost World. Maybe us humans wouldn't be like we are. Maybe to the Kwachi, we'd just be animals. Or pets. Whoa! Nice birdie.